Hello there, internet. Hello there, YouTube. Oh, it's been an evening. It has been an evening. We've gone from tears to triumphs, and we are back. We've had so many technical difficulties trying to get back on this. I've I've done some things off stream, a couple of daydream missions. I honestly kind of forget what I've done and what I haven't done, like in here, because wait, where's my map? Okay, so I kind of forget what I've done and what I haven't done in here because I've had so many crashes and stuff like that, and then I'm not saving when I'm like restarting, when I'm literally just like statting after a level because you know what I mean? I'm not gonna like get a level with the trivia game and then save before statting and then save before doing a daydream mission, save after the daydream mission. Like it's crazy. I kind of want to do the one that isn't the core first, but
good luck, guys. Remember to use that recall transmitter beside you. And this is find a con. Right. I knew
so. My keybinds have actually changed. Hopefully they're mostly the same, and it shouldn't be too bad.
There's trespassers in here.
Now,
You fought well.
continuing with my theme of like everything that can kill me needs to be considered, and we have to acknowledge it, look out for it, and that might be better now. Because we already have a chunk of plus physical damage there. But yeah. So things that can kill tyrants if we are, near a pit or something like that. So always keep the enemies between you and the drops. These guys, the Punishers, the big boys with the hammers, they're a threat to stun. Now, it doesn't matter when there's only one. Oh, I somehow locked onto that. So I kind of ignore these guys a little bit, like just kind of do some looting, play safe, get chests, let them come to you. Because all this running around, the goal is to either drag you out of position into other mobs, or try to bait you into losing patience and doing a dump. Leaving 3 or 4 of these guys on your ass, but then running just into the next mob, So you just have to kind of patiently deal with them. And it sort of sucks. I'm not a fan of this kind of design principle. Well, I would say oh well, if there's 4 of you dealing with them, trust me, it makes a very big difference there.
I am mighty.
They cast this buff on themselves that essentially gives them phenomenal amount of damage mitigation. So this was an example of A spot where I actually should have used Unbreakable. That is the power of But yeah, I've got to use Unbreakable when I see a pack of them. That's why I take the risk.
You ain't supposed to be
This is fine. So all my keybinds have like essentially like moved like one space across, at least when it comes to like my power keybinds. So expect a lot of misclicking for a little while, but I don't. It's not the kind of thing that should be getting me killed here. Alright. It would really have been nice to have.
You fought well.
Unfortunately, like, this is kind of just how it can be to fight these guys when you don't have your anti-CC ability, or, you know, you can't successfully kite them with the clap. So you want to be really, really careful about trying to
Where is my next opponent?
isolate flies in here. I'm kind of at a spot though where I can't really afford to spam Unbreakable. Like, I have to have a spare because you know, want to use
Good
reactively
job. Okay.
if need be. If that makes sense.
We got intruders.
Like here, 100%.
I enjoy these very much. Grow in strength.
That astonishing build with the brute, that might actually be an upgrade. What have you got? 20 energy damage, 16 electrical. Nah.
I'm gonna have to follow you. I need help. Ah, there is nothing better than victory. We Ha! I enjoy this very much. I cannot be beaten!
It's pretty satisfying when you just like clap the whole pack out of existence while being invincible. But the clap doesn't synergize as well with Unbreakable as an ability we're going to get to.
You're doomed! I cannot be beaten!
I got damage is really good. As things stand, it's kind of like ultimate economy, I guess. That is the struggle.
I cannot be beaten!
Just trying to make sure, you know, we had this buff when we need it, basically. I do like that you can see the auras through doors.
Stay where you are.
I was hoping it would just nuke those guys, because it's so annoying. That's what it is. I wish I knew what kind of aura this guy had. So when these guys actually do fight seriously, they're really quite dangerous. They can use a lot of different combos.
I cannot be beaten!
But they just don't do enough damage either.
All I have to do is slow you down.
So this is like really freaking dangerous. Because that guy will just like live forever.
My strength is failing me!
this ability like hit ever?
My strength is failing me.
It just doesn't hit. No, like literally, I'm just killing them faster and easier with the uppercut because for whatever reason this doesn't. Okay. Not perfect. I'm just glad I didn't have to pop an extreme there. This wouldn't have made much difference.
I cannot be beaten.
Thank you. Thank you for that. It's an auto-targeting thing. It's not like...
You fought well.
And yeah, I could have used the ult there, but... Like, I know when I'm in danger of dying, if that makes sense. Usually. And in a situation like that, where I could, you know, where I just kind of like let myself get beaten up and just take the fight in a kind of ugly way.
I'm gonna have to clobber you. I am mighty. I am Colossus.
Man, that's satisfying. Oh, it wore off like just as we got here.
I cannot be beaten. You fought well.
That mob actually did. They got me really low. It's because they were all crammed into the doorway, so a bunch of them were able to like hit me at once, almost like they were standing on top of each other.
Where is my next opponent?
Almost back to where I was. Where we were. Wily and determined.
Get ready for pain.
stats here.
I got this one. I am mighty. I am colossal.
Now, one of the good things about Colossus is that his two best attack skills cost very few points to max. And, you know, they're exactly the two types of skills. Like, you know, you've got one that's basically single target, one that's AoE. That's kind of what you want. Unless your AoE is so strong that, you know, it's also kind of single target, anti-boss, whatever. Oh, that's so sad. I don't know if I can get up there. Hold on. It's definitely a path. Alright. Mustn't disrespect the loot gods. Yeah, it's not bad if I didn't have this. I'd be wearing that. I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, feeling positive about the core. There just isn't that much in here that's like threatening. The biggest danger is the one-shot danger of like getting knocked into a pit or something. But the right group, I mean that group of undercloaks was pretty spicy. But that was more like attrition. The burst generally wasn't that scary.
Ha! I enjoy
It was
this
just
very
like, oh,
much.
yeah, damn, I need 10 potion. Oh, damn, I need potion. Like, how long are these potions gonna hold out? But at this point in the game, like, if I had to go back to town 3 times to buy potions for that fight, it's like not gonna bankrupt me or anything. Wait. Sugarma? Ah, Sugarma, yeah.
This one.
Yeah, you can deal with these guys just kind of kiting back and giving them the clap.
I am colossal.
I tend to play like this, like desperately trying to save resources, but we are in a like this is a one fight ability at this point, unless I just kind of luck out and there's like, you know, 2 really dangerous groups right next to each other. It will get to the point where the maps are denser and this ability lasts longer, so the combination of those things, you know, will actually mean it can be like also I will become more mobile, and very specifically more mobile in the way I deal damage. So, you know, it's like a triple synergy where you just kind of like charging through the map, killing everything.
Нет.
And like consistently refilling these. I need to get Magneto out just because it looks messy. So, bye Magneto. Thank you for the levitations and things like that. Very handy. And I've got other danger missions I could do. It's a little bit tempting. I am pretty close to a level.
Hi again. What can I get?
What do we got here?
Luckily, one size fits all.
I probably stashed that at some point. But I don't know if this character's even gonna like live. I think I saw anything that was like super precious and necessary to me.
I guarantee all of it, 100%.
That's super cheap. Still, could buy even another one. And at this point, what do I even do with it? And maybe just throw them in steel scan. Or finally just get 1 point in all of these. If only because I like the way it looks. But yeah, the main goal there was just to clear out the inventory. You know, because the only reason I had, like, I can spend all my money right now. And potentially make this run a lot easier. You know, I could gamble, I could buy more levels, I could buy more skill points, then get progressively more expensive. So.
It's go time.
Yeah, the one thing I won't kind of scoff at is money.
I enjoy this very much. Send more guards.
But yeah, with some characters in this game, you know, like, you're gonna use so many skill points, like, just maxing out your, like, the damage abilities that you'll need to do the damage you need to do. And then you'll have very few skill points left for anything, you know, that's like survival-based, quality of life-based. Now, I don't care about like positioning with these guys, because these guys can like physically cannot knock you into
You
the
fought
game, so
well.
that's fine. What I'm concerned about, both the hammer boys and the tyrants. Because the hammer boys, you haven't really seen them, they can do a pop-up combo. It's not super common, but if you're around one of these, all it takes is one at the wrong time and one shots you. I felt that pain too recently. To not take that threat seriously. And yeah, always happens. You collect the tech bits and...
Ha! I enjoy this very much.
Outta here. Not even sure what I came in there for, but... obviously, have my reasons. So the boss in this area is one of the few things in this game that can just kind of like kill your entire team if you're playing as a team. does a lot of freaking damage. But obviously, there are foolproof forms of damage mitigation in this game. So I could have used the buff ult and won the fight very easily, but then there's no other fight to run to. I have to come down here anyway, so just make it a one pump chump kind of situation. Press the delete button.
Stronger than ever.
Alright. Level 24 usually means you unlock something, but no, it's 28. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind putting some points into this. At least, you know, because when we respec, we'll be able to get this to like around 30 seconds or so. And then the need for like other survival. Other survival tools is like reduced considerably. At the moment, we're still running a kind of scuffed build because I don't want to have to farm a third respec at some point. When I respec, I want to respec one and done into a kind of endgame setup. Which, because it's Colossus, like, and because his damage skills, as I say, they require so few skill points to just get them to, like, you don't even need to max them anyway, like, but just to get them to a valid level, that you can really kind of, like, play around with the build. Like, you know, one game you could just go with, like, lots and lots of, like, free elemental resistance. You know, another game you could, like, have a good chunk of iron skins and constantly cast that. Another game you could use Raw, which kind of... Raw's not very good unless you max it. If you do max it, it gives you like an extra 16 to all stats or something, which is like... that's a valid damage boost. It's like a 90% damage boost, which at those levels, that's going to be pretty significant. Yeah, I don't want to go pressing that.
Well, what have we here?
Okay, that's crazy. It looked like I didn't break his combo shield, so those enemies will be invincible until you hit them with the combo that they're vulnerable to. And just then it looked like I hit him with a knockback combo and nothing happened, but then it just kind of magically came. So yeah, we don't want to mess around with those guys, but at the same time, it's fine in these rooms. Like, we don't have to respect them too much. But in these rooms, yeah. And the danger here is, like, these guys are here to kind of, like it's so cheeky the way they designed it. See, like, these guys are there to, like, pull you out. And then these guys are there to, like, punish you when you're fighting around the pits.
Somebody help me!
And this isn't just, like, RNG enemy, like, the placement may be somewhat RNG, but, like, the composition and the kind of generalized placement is consistent. So, yeah, we want to get into this corner where it's nice and safe.
You fought well.
Like, if you never play, like, try hardcore playthrough of a game, you will never understand, like, the kind of dopamine that you get in a situation like this, where, like, you just did it wrong. Like, you have, like, a very clear recent memory of, like, doing it wrong and, you know, feeling absolutely, like, broken by it. And then to come back and to be, you know, oh, now I'm actually just doing it right. And I have to be careful here, because if I kite back into too far into this room, I risk actually, like, a clutch place for throws, just to physically, like, get them away from there. But you can tell, like, now I am actually taking this shit seriously. Like, I'm even, like, pausing and getting my camera sorted and... Alright, they're just shooters. That's good. But, yeah, again, the shooters will kite back and they'll try to pull you into, like, unfavorable spikes with the melee guys. Man, they hurt. Yeah, we don't really want to be like dueling these guys at range, but it's fine. Like, I'll be patient rather than like running out of position and getting one shot. Now, there is definitely a tyrant up there. I think if I come around the other way, I can have an angle to like engage him quite safely. Oh, actually, this guy's come. Yeah, he just walked way out of position for us there. Okay, it's another shooter. All right. Woo.
Send more guards.
I don't mind telling you, I feel pretty relieved. So you can actually, you will clear this area much faster if you accept that you're just going to take that damage from the, you know, turning them on so you don't have to run back.
Great.
So if you don't lower these fuel rods before turning on this panel, like coming back and turning on the panel, you just take consistent damage over time as you play through the area and get the fuel rods lowered. So it's like, you see how important patience is here. And now that's like, you know, making you like sit on a ticking time bomb and just like, you know, ooh, you better freaking pick up the pace, better hurry up and make a terrible mistake.
Good job. Good.
Now, there is a way to kind of come at this from another angle, and I'm wondering if that might be helpful. Or maybe even like clear this angle first and then clear the other if I need to, but we'll see. It's like I could just wander in here. This is not upset. I know what's going to spawn in that room, and I'm not afraid of it. I don't want to waste any energy fighting it.
They're getting away.
And I know it has no burst or anything that I need to be concerned about. Yeah, there's the CC on the Tyrant, but when there's just 3 guys, that's not dangerous, and there's no environmental danger, so... Alright, just want to make sure we have this fight like reasonably isolated, there's nothing else about to come in, you know? As I said, learning to turn off the right parts of your brain.
I am mighty. I am Colossus.
But,
Well, what have we here?
you know, I'm not gonna act like I'm a smartass until after I'm, you know,
We've got to stop them.
through and haven't died. It's like, it's safe enough here, but I don't want to be like here or something. This is like, I don't know.
Ha! I enjoy this very
You know, you
much.
can kind of see the angles and understand it. Like, we know we're safe here. And unless there's a really cheeky one over here, which I don't think there will be, then we've been able to scope it out. See, I love it. They're like, even though I literally... this... Visionary could be an upgrade. Ah, Yes. Ah. Yes, I'm just making hideous noises at this time. Oh, wow, no way. Wow, that's just like a flat upgrade. It has everything that I like about the gloves, but just like, and you know, just have a little bit of this and a little bit of that as well, you know? Nothing too crazy, just like a little bit of like gravy with the beef, you know? Alright, there was this moment where like, you know, I was between him and the pit, you know? Right where I did not want to be. But it's fine. The odds of getting punished in that instant for whatever reason are very limited. Ooh! Looks like I'm the one doing the one-shotting today.
Excellent.
That is a tyrant, I think. That's such a cheeky positioning. No, it's not. Alright.
Well, what have we here?
You know, if it is a tyrant, as long as you know and you're ready to kite, you should be fine, because we come back this way, but just so we clear out this part of the map. The problem is, like, there is another, like, really dangerous pit here. Actually, I think I need to lower the rod before it'll let me in there. We're actually a little bit under-leveled for this, but I don't feel weak in terms of, like, my kit. I feel pretty good. Some, like, more range would be really nice. That's the one, because that's the one thing I'm never really going to get. Like, I'll get more mobility, which definitely helps, but it's not the same. You know, sometimes you just need to bonk something from a distance, and the best tool we have for that is the clap, which, you know, you can kite stuff with the clap. It's not worthless, but yeah, so these guys kind of dangerous only in the sense that they like to pull you out of position. And you just have to, like, suck it up. I hate when they have combo shields, because, like, they love to run away before you can even apply the combo. See? That's the second time.
There is nothing better than victory.
Just a patience check. Not any kind of win. And same deal again, but it won't be as bad because there's no elite. More of them coming.
I cannot be beaten.
A trespasser.
You fought well.
This guy just wants to make it as boring as possible. That's his only mission in life. Now, gotta be safe around this pit.
Where is my next opponent?
A trespasser.
I am...
I'll take it. Ah, kind of sucks. But it's fine. I'm just gonna like try to stay along the wall.
Ha! I enjoy this very much.
Oh, I hate these guys. Alright. Now there is a way to like jump over there. I've done it as Toad, I think. I think I've even done it on stream. Like, you know, solo with like no save or anything. And it always, yeah, always kind of stresses me out, but I'm not even going to try it with Colossus. Especially when my...
Jean Grey.
you know, gameplay is this rusty and janky. So we'll just get a flyer and go through safely.
Okay.
Might actually need to put a point or two in flight. So one of the things I do love when playing this game is like when you have 4 characters in your team, you know, you can try all these crazy builds and stuff that you can't really try when you're playing just one person, because you can think like, oh, you know, the energy cost of that is just way too much, but like, oh, I can bring Jean and, you know, or I can bring like Jean and Scarlet Witch and like have like crazy
Cyclops, help.
energy regen. Or, you know, I can bring this character to like give me like buff like elemental damage on my melees or something like that. Like there's a lot of synchronizing buffs. Like you could just bring like you can very easily clear the game with like a bunch of the kind of caster characters. And you just basically build them as kind of rollers who just go in like punching and just focus on like giving them a whole bunch of like added elemental damage on their punches. And that can just clear the game really easily, and they all buff each other to have each other's elemental damage. So there's like quad melee buff, and like nothing is immune to your damage, and yeah. But the problem is like, unless you're doing like a, you know, hard start, no gear, the 4-player experience in this game is way too easy. It's like, in normal, it's designed so that like you can just put points in everything, like, you know, just like, you know, have it like completely spread, nothing min-maxed, and the game will still let you just kind of bash your way through with 4 people. You won't even struggle that much, like, because you'll eventually find out what the good abilities are and just use them anyway. And it's like, you won't, even if you like, as a group of 4, even if you only had 2 or 3 points in this guy's, you know, double damage / invincibility ability for like a boss fight or something, that's enough. But yeah, we do actually need to respect some burst damage potential here. Not protected by minions. These folks. This is actually... a really dangerous mob.
Fight me.
Even with my best damage skill, just like bashing him in the corner. Aha! I had a feeling that might happen, and I just got a really freaking beastly item. In fact, it's so cool, I want to look at it right now. And it is... très fabulous. So this is our level 30 gear upgrade, 100%. There's no getting anything better than that. But yeah, clearing these guys out before you go forward is just one of those like patience checks, and it's just like, you just... like when there's 4 of you, it's fine. It doesn't matter if there's some like little freaking ankle biters grubbing about after you, just like, you know, half your team has to turn around and deal with them. You know, the 2 who are still dealing with whatever's in front of them should really be enough if you're all pressing buttons and... So I'm being a little bit like foolishly conservative with the freaking pull it down already. We'll just push through. So if something really good drops, I'll wait to get it.
You fought well.
What was that barrel meant for?
Where is my next opponent?
Yeah, thankfully these guys don't show up again, and there's nothing like them for the rest of the game. This obviously isn't as bad if you have some range.
I am mighty. I am Colossus.
Let us battle.
Yeah, come.
You won't survive. Now that Sugar Man knows you're here.
Where is my next opponent?
Yeah, I don't want to use ult. Although, basically, I need to save some ult for the boss fight. So, like, this is patience wearing, but it's not dangerous. If I don't have my ult, the boss can just kill me. And in fact, will just kill me. Because I don't have the range to, like, play range.
Mighty. I am Colossus. I lack the power to do that.
That prick won't, like...
Stay where you are.
I am mighty. I am Colossus.
I hate these guys. Like... I wish I could say that devs don't still bullshit like this in game design, but they do.
Where is my next opponent?
Gotta go back, sell some stuff. But... pop this objective first.
Get
There's one of these assholes around. I can kind of ignore them a little bit now, but
Hi again. What can I get you?
alright, we probably hold on to... I didn't want to sell that. I only pressed the button once, but apparently...
I guarantee all of it, 100%.
Okay. I do actually want to sell that, that's fine. Yeah, so I want to hold on to that. I want to hold on to that. And this is 13 electrical. That's fine. And I don't need to buy anything. Like I'm 100% confident that gear will just be taken care of now by just playing the game and picking things up. Stun, huh? That's gonna be tricky with me being CC out the wazoo.
You fought well.
That's the boss arena, I think. Absolutely no shame anymore, these enemies. I'd be ashamed to run around like that myself. I'm not, you know, an evil minion, so... Maybe I just never even stood a chance of being that terrible, you know?
Let us battle.
Yeah, we're not really getting many, like, big fights. And when we do, it's against, like, a pack of these guys, which, like, it isn't much point using all.
I enjoy this very much.
One of them ran away. Little shit. It's fine. Here we are, we're at the boss fight. I got 3 extreme tokens. I really have nothing to worry about.
Need a break?
And as I
Or
said,
did I just give
nothing
you
in
one?
here
Ha! I enjoy this very much.
could kill me. Unless I like went AFK or you know, just completely zonked out or something. Just stood there and waited. Oh, just accept the corner. Alright, where the heck am I actually going here? Alright, I see. I don't know why I don't just switch that fence off, but it's fine. Chair. Table. Yeah, so we freaking beat this dungeon. It killed us once, but it's done. We had to play all the way back to it. But we made all the right decisions. The safe decisions. And now we have a pure and untainted run. And
Your word. I'm from an alternate. Still enough of.
now we just kill this guy with Unbreakable. And use one. Could have used 3. Or could have just whacked him with my like room clearer after. See, look how long Unbreakable lasts now, even with just 2 points in it. It's and yeah, I should really break all the boxes and stuff in here, get all the loot. I don't know if I will though. Just not really feeling like about that life right now. The looting life. More about the like
There you go.
clearing of life, you know? Alright, so I am gonna save, not because, you know, I'm worried about dying, but because if the game crashes, I don't want to have to do that again. And I should have some Valja room stuff. Yeah, we're not going to do them. We do want to do this and the qualifying exam. So this is easy, we just walk in and like ult a bunch. And the tokens don't even get used up like in the real world.
The training
so I
course
just
is
leave this
activated.
and, yeah, you'll
Begin.
see basically.
Generating opponent.
Okay, here.
We have to withdraw.
Generating
All the
opponent.
way there.
Nothing better than victory.
Generating opponent. You have completed all course objectives.
We are done here. And now, remember, this guy is still a respec away from actually being like properly strong.
New X-Men.
And you know, observe the way he just handled that. It would be nice to get another point in Massive Strike. But it's fine now. We just 2 more levels.
Be ready for
And
anything.
now I can actually start, you know,
The course is now
not
active.
stressing so much
Good
about
luck.
survival skills and everything else. Alright, so the question is, should I use Unbreakable when he lands? Yeah, we'll see if we can just like really burst him down with like... give him one of these. No! What? Oh, it's because the... Okay, that's... Alright, you know what? That's fine. I'm not... You know, this is a danger mission. It's a simulation. It literally doesn't matter. So I can just exit the thing. I get my tokens back. Go back in and do this. Because I'm actually genuinely curious how quick this can be.
Let's do this.
You know, so what I want is for him to
The
land,
training course
hit
is
Unbreakable,
activated. Begin.
hopefully avoid being CC'd, then just smash him with like 2 double damage demolitions and start pummeling him with Massive Strike. We won't be able to kill him before he takes off again. This guy is super tanky. This is main skill. Hey! Okay, I don't know, man. I pressed this button so many times and I thought... And it just misses? Oh, man, freaking mysterious things happen in these games sometimes. That's a 360 radial, by the way. It's really difficult to hit him with the claps. Good thing demolition just lasts a good long time. We still just got to like really chunk him down. But yeah, he'd probably... he'd be much closer to dead now if the original plan... I could have blocked that one.
Qualifying exam has been completed. Grade passed. Congratulations.
Remember, that's scaled, you know, so that getting the third one might not be doable. Like, might be saying a 4-player team have to do a couple of times. You know, obviously it's probably for like little kids and stuff that have like no builds, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if that seemed like it took a long time, remember, it was 3 people down
What can I get?
of what we should have had, and yet, you know, still clocked in time to get all of the bonus. Ain't no freaking way.
Sorry, no credit.
Just pulled that shit on me. I literally pressed enter once. My keyboard is so janky these days. I need to replace it. I might have sold a belt upgrade inadvertently, but that's fine, honestly.
Hi again. What can I...
What I do want is a skill point if I can get one. Would be nice. Very pricey at this point. Level 2, and
Hi
we're
again.
right.
What can I
yeah,
get
okay,
you?
let's grab a level. We just spent a lot of freaking money there, but it's worth it. We're at a kind of we're at a pretty cool point in the build where we're sort of like yeah, I think we're going to actually stop pumping energy because energy economy has just been fine. like super comfy, and I don't mind. Like, it's good to have energy in this game because it's a different type of damage. But yeah, I need to talk to Heather, unlock the Infinite Factory quest, and then we can do that.
How would you like to know that? Yes, department, thank you. Come back.
I probably should have saved after doing all of the like fetch questy nonsense, so I don't have to do it again, but never claimed to be particularly intelligent or practical. Now this area is going to be relatively harmless.
Watch yourselves. This place
There
gives me
are-
the creeps just seeing it from the outside. And be sure to use that recall transmitter beside you if you want me to pick you up. Havoc out.
There are definitely some very high burst enemies here, and the boss fight can be quite difficult for
I
a
was
solo
sent to the-
because
No,
you can
you'll
get
have to
hard
also.
CC'd quite dangerously. But if I have all three of my extreme
Don't forget,
tokens, I should
you
do
have-
just fine.
Anytime.
Getting ledged on this one is just not as much of a concern. The enemies aren't ledgy, let's call them. Those knockdown traps are actually really hard. You just kind of have to take the lick sometimes. Depends on the abilities you have. If you have a really long range, uninterruptible damage ability, like the sword ability that I was using with Nightcrawler the other night, you can kind of just like slide into them, not get interrupted, and then destroy them before they get the knockback off. So these guys are good at knockdowns.
That victory.
And they're quite damaging. How do I miss that? How do I miss that? How do I miss... This punch is so bad. It's basically like only useful for bosses, like things with massive hitboxes. But that's also kind of, you know, ultimately all you will really use it for. Yeah, so these are one example of like a high burst mob.
I am mighty. I am Colossus.
I see no reason to use my ult on them, though I should be a little bit more like liberal with the use of the ult. But there are some like big, like I know what a big fight looks like in this game, if that makes sense. And I know when I'm in a big fight. Like I will ult a big fight
I am mighty.
just to end the big
I
fight
am
faster,
Colossus.
rather than having to like just run around slowly chunking everything down. So I do try not to be like too with ult concentration.
Ha! I enjoy this very much.
Yeah, we're just kind of at a part of the game where like the enemies are sort of being drip fed a little bit, and it's still very safe to just kind of brawl our way through. A little bit slower, but
Ha! I enjoy this very much.
But yeah, it would be good to have some big fights that I can hold. A lot of those. at least some proportion of their damage is physical. They are tearing up the iron skin, which means that that is negating at least some damage. So
There is nothing
it's
better
only a few
than
points and it's
victory.
still kind of kicking. I've heard people say that ability is completely useless. I kind of say it's completely useless.
Or did I just give you one?
In that kind of analysis, right? This is just a smidge dangerous.
I cannot be beaten.
That stuff. Am I just coming over here for like enemies and? Oh, I'm glad I didn't miss this though.
Sometimes I forget how strong I am. Where is my next opponent?
You know, it's very much like Diablo, where it's like if you could, it would be very nice to just kind of ignore all the normal enemies and fight the elites. But most characters in this game can't really just hard CC things, not in a particularly effective way. Like there's a lot of like things that like knock things down or put them on their ass or something. Yeah, so you can kind of farm those robot dispensers.
I am mighty. I am Colossus.
But I'm pretty comfy with where I am. So I would like to have my respec done before the last mission in this area, and I'm pretty confident I can do that without having to really kind of farm this mission, because I can easily get a level by just like finishing the trivia game, you know, maybe cheesing a couple of missions or something, but just generally like, no reason to spend too much time grubbing around in here, but like more fabulous gear, but I think it's still wristbands. Yeah. No lower level damage requirement or anything. Level damage requirement, what the hell? No lower level requirement.
You fought well.
I was gonna say, like, I know this is a good place to use Unbreakable, but it turned out we didn't need it. But it's like, how can I say we didn't need it? Because I don't know, I haven't got a clue how much damage it just mitigated there. You know, like, admittedly, if I saw myself taking a bunch of damage in the fight, I could have taken potions and tried to be a little bit more evasive and stuff like that, but like there was definitely a lot of damage coming at me from those guys, basically. Let me put it that way. And it mitigated all of it. So this is a big mission. Oh, I missed every single one of them.
You fought well.
When they're like right in front of me, that was so bad. But yeah, it's kind of nice having uppercut, just because like the quality of life of it is pretty good. So if you can't chump these big crates, like if you're not strong enough to push them, if you don't have might, you can overload the things next to them with like some kind of electrical, energy ability. So like they're pretty good at giving everyone, something to do. And then, having a bunch of puzzles that can kind of, these mutants can solve them, or these mutants can solve them in a different way. The first game did a much better job at that. The first game was a better story, but it's not PC. So what I would have to do is like, emulate PlayStation on my PC. I think I actually just kind of walked away from a teleport pad away to just get back to the beginning part. Yeah, I did. Alright, I'll just head back to it. But yeah, there's actually don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, just this is a big area. So like this is a kind of possible way to play Colossus. As I say, I think there is a much better playstyle for him that we'll unlock later. But using Unbreakable and Thunderclap, or earlier than that, Iron Skins and Thunderclap, just so, because you're gonna tank those, it takes like, basically it means you don't have to spend like forever kiting to use Thunderclap, basically. I probably should have hit a demolition there, but I just clean them all out with one button press. Sometimes I like to just clap them into the Shadow Realm with the double damage clap. Here is
Wait,
Agent.
I'm on your side. My name
Robert
is Robert
Mackenzie.
McKenzie.
Oh,
I'm
Special
a
Agent
from
for
the
Department Edge.
I came
Oui,
here to scrape
oui.
off.
This is Special Agent. Mr. Sinister Design.
You'll have oil.
A terrible croissant. No, they're French Canadian, so I don't know. I don't know what the French Canadian cliches are.
Where is my next opponent?
Probably a South Park meme. But yeah, this is like a holiday compared to the core. The enemies are so much easier. Like you don't have to worry about being like perma-stun locked by hammeroids. Have these like annoying little like damage immune pricks constantly like just dicking around being little ankle biters. And these boys, they're just big bags of chonk, and we get a lot of funk for their chonk.
Sometimes I forget.
Trying to be safe,
There is nothing
because
better
the
than
three of them
victory.
combined can do a lot of damage. I see amp damage aura over there. So chunky boys, huh?
Where is my next opponent?
Get clap. But see what I mean? Like that to me still feels like melee. It doesn't feel like spellcasting. Damn, he was like, let's do this, and just got absolutely chomped. Alright, I'm trying to remember how I actually get to there. Bing. I'll just go in the direction that I can go. If I have to come back and take a flyer over there or something, I will, but I don't think I need to. And damage is really nice. You know, damage would be better if we were playing, you know, Curd or Toad. But
I am mighty. I am stronger than ever.
if we were playing that. Me pressing the wrong button. I was gonna say, you know, there'll be a big fight in here, a good place to lose. Good place to use Unbreakable, and it would have been a good place to use Unbreakable, but
Ah, there is nothing
Keyboards
better
are
than
messed up.
victory.
it's fine though. Ah, haha. Okay, so this is kind of when we need our respec, but it also right now it doesn't matter. Like I can finish this dungeon quite comfortably, and so
I require more energy for that.
okay, so this actually becomes your serious like main damage skill. Like it can be a little bit funky like that, but it absolutely like as enemy density goes up, its value goes up.
There should...
So yeah, if I had someone with the right ability, we could overload that, but it's fine. I get to kill another boss mob if I go the other way, so... But yeah, this guy has pretty much come online now, and we are at the point where, like, if we're in, like, a properly dense map, which you'll see when we go through this again on hard. But yeah, see how we just, like, charge through them, like, so safe.
I am unable to do that.
The charge is so freaking strong. Alright, I need to sell. And the good thing is, so the energy cost on the charge becomes very, very high if you keep putting points in it. But if you focus on keeping demolition up, keeping unbreakable up, you can just use it at like a couple of skill points. The damage it does is insane.
Hi again. What can I get?
But yeah, I'm gonna finish this dungeon before I respec. I'll probably respec like off stream and then just show the results if anyone is interested.
Sorry, no credit.
Oh, can I use them now? No, no. 2 more. So that's going to be... I did not freaking press. That twice, but also I don't think it matters. It wasn't anything I need. Yeah, so we just hold on to the telepathic one. But yeah, we're actually going to get another fat power spike at level 30. And then, you know, the additional power spike of going fully into our respec. Although the respec won't make that much difference at this point. Because... So mainly what the respec is going to allow us to do is have spare skill points to simultaneously pump the 4 abilities that we want to keep maxed. But also with enough points left over that I can throw some into like some passives or, you know, whatever.
Well done.
Which might mean some steel skins? I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about it.
I cannot be
But yeah, see how like they were kind of bullying us a little bit, and now we just bully them. Come on, game. But yeah, this kind of charge ability is used on...
there is nothing better than victory.
It's used on Juggernaut as well, and it feels amazing on both of them. Like, Juggernaut actually uses it a tiny bit better. It's hard to say. So both have their advantages. So Juggernaut doesn't have Unbreakable, but Juggernaut has an ult that allows him to like kind of one-shot everything. So you can just kind of use it to like, and Juggernaut also has a bigger hitbox, which means he hits more stuff when he charges through. At least it seems to be that way. It could be purely visual, and I'm just like giving myself like tainted feedback if that makes sense. But yeah, see like
I am mighty.
these fights that used to be like a little bit long and scrappy are now just like bonk. We just straight through the melee front line. Straight to the back line. Oh, I didn't get that danger room disc in the last area. I may do that again off stream if it's important. I don't know if it's going to be important. Like if it's the qualifying exam, then...
You fought well.
But yeah, see, you can also like just use it in like the charge in combination with like Steel Skin if you are playing as a group and you don't want to be like using all the extreme tokens on Colossus. It's totally valid because the charge kills things so quickly that the Steel Skin doesn't really need to absorb much. So yeah, I wanted to take a look at this belt that we just picked up. It's too high level for us, which suggests it has some good affix. 24 electricity damage for minimum. I mean, it's a slight upgrade, but it's not great. We'll probably have something better by the time.
I cannot be beaten.
But you see, like, you see how strong this ability is. And now, like, we genuinely just kind of have easy game, easy life moment. could have sworn I heard someone. Hold on. I don't know. I think it's just like echo or feedback or something distortion in my microphone.
I am mighty. I am Colossus.
The way the charge, my favorite thing about the charge is that even if it doesn't kill the enemy, on anything but a kind of boss, it will like physically just go through them. So it allows you to like play aggressive, but like force yourself out of bad positions if need be. It's such a good ability for a melee character because it's exactly what you want to do is charge in, get in there, smash stuff up.
You fought well.
And now it's like, if I can use this, you know, I can't blame Colossus at all. The only way I'll lose this is if I get knocked into a pit, which can't really happen in this stance, but
I cannot be beaten.
let's just get rid of them. Bonk. And you see how perfect this ability is for like, especially for someone who's playing solo. Like, it's just everything you want. It's damage, it's CC, it's mobility, it's positioning, it's an escape, it's an engage. Like, literally everything you want.
Where is my next opponent?
But yeah, I think so. Like I was saying in one of the other streams something about, you know, games can just be like, it's so hard to balance the idea that like, you know, you have a character who wants to just run face first into problems, like that's their gameplay loop. Oh, 100%
Where is
my bad,
my
just
next
backing.
opponent?
But that was not really an oh no moment, that's literally like, oh no, I had to jump into it. Because now, like, now we just kind of kill the bad guys and have fun with it. Unless there are like ledges around. There are still dangerous groups, mostly Act 4 is the kind of New York streets in Act 4 are going to be super dangerous. The beetles come back, which is kind of hideous. There's areas in the sewers that are really dangerous. Morlocks are like bad, really, really bad to fight.
There is nothing better than victory.
But yeah, now that we're still a respec away from actually having anything like an optimal skill distribution. Our gear is good for the level, but it's not like, you know, poopy pants with excitement good. It could be way better. Like, I mean, it could be almost twice as good as this. So I'm going to run in here and make sure this wasn't where that danger room disappeared. it was, because I don't want to miss any pickups if I can avoid it. So something I can do, although it's expensive energy-wise, but I don't mind, I have the money, is that I can just now happily use this as a mobility skill. For which it is freaking amazing. Yeah, so I want to come back around that way. Did I come back around that way? It looks like I've been there. But we'll just run around very quickly now. Like, now that I have the mobility, I'm very happy to just really double check. But like, you're watching me play the game now that like, I've just unlocked my best skills, not even, as I say, having a proper kind of optimized build or anything, where it's still a full redistribute away from that, but just having the strong skills now and playing through the game solo. This is as hard as you can make the game. And this guy just
You did a fine job of this.
kind of bullies it now.
Anytime I.
Alright, now I think I need to come down here. I think. Yeah, we do this like, we do more security. Blah, 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 blah. Like,
I enjoy these
Colossus
very
is a
much.
weak character. One of the weakest, according to several people who were considered authorities about this game at the time. And who definitely were authorities about many systems within the game and things like, you know,
You have
the statting, the
I
numbers.
require more energy for that. I am stronger than ever.
You know what? To hell with you. You want to annoy me? Like, I'm at the point in the game now where I
am
can do stupid shit like that. It's not like, ooh, I gotta save it. Save it for what? I do want to have 3 for the boss fight. But yeah, look, the energy, it's getting kind of spicy. Like at this point, we actually want more mobs, we want more enemies. Because we can handle it. And the more we kill, the more energy we get back. So we want to be like killing big groups.
Where is my next opponent?
We want to be like
Sometimes I forget how strong I am.
getting a lot of elite packs. Like, see how much damage that ability did? Like we just ran through them and then you saw how little the auto attacks did in comparison. Like that ability scales so fast. It's like 700% base damage or something at the first level. Yeah, I can show you. So. It's 575, which like this is kind of your boss killer, and it barely does more. It does have a chance to basically do a deadly strike, I suppose you call it. I'll show you guys Bounding Smash as well. It's a useful ability too, because it has a 360 knockback. So you can just use it as a kind of cheap CC. Oh, did I leave a... Fuck. It's so satisfying using the charge. Like, this guy's gameplay loop goes from like passable and pretty thematic, you know, where you're kind of using steel skins to just kind of get in there and brawl, and like you kind of suck, you're taking a lot of damage and you're killing things a bit slow, but you know, it's pretty safe. You're not taking too much damage, you're not eating too many potions, you're just kind of pushing through.
I cannot be beaten.
And there's a certain brutal satisfaction in, you know, just getting your hands on enemies with your auto attacks, and not having to stress about the fact that you're spamming auto attacks, because alright, we want to take the other way here, and there is a way to turn that little ice gun thing off. Because you can just kind of bully your way through that room as a group, but I don't want to mess with it as a solo. It's very dangerous. But yeah, see how like these guys are a threat if we actually like engage them, but like that ability just absolutely cuts them down to size. And when I say they're a threat, I mean as in like they can do some stuff to us, right? Like they can knock us down, they can knock us back, and then, you know, depending on what else is around, like now I seem to remember there being a homing beacon in some cheeky spot here.
Where is my next opponent?
That I might actually need like a teleport or something to get up to. No? Alright. My memory is non sum qualiseram.
Sometimes I forget how strong I am. I cannot be beaten.
I cannot be beaten. Oh, there it is. Alright. Poco, poco. Stop running. So this is where like using the charge can be tricky, because when you hit a wall, it stops. Also, if you hit a like a unique boss, not just an act boss, but any unique boss, which there aren't that many. But yeah, it's not a boss fighting skill. You can't sort of like charge, run back, without losing way too much DPS. But it's one of the best and safest ad fighting skills. Energy pots, please. Ever since I had my, like, you know, jaunty little run through the factory, we've been a little bit light on energy pots, but we've got this thing broken now. We can come in here safely. There's a danger disc in here, which might even be a qualifying exam.
It's gone. Ha! I enjoy this very much.
Very disrespectful of me not to die in one shot. I'm not even going to discuss that. Did I not turn this thing off? Alright, I need to just go break it.
I enjoy this very much.
I also enjoy this very much. Now, sort of worming your way up onto this top level is a little bit of a faff, but we have to do it to get to the Danger Rune Disc. Like, I know where the Danger Rune Discs are, but I always, like, you know, I could very happily have just skipped that one, but I didn't remember that it was Sunfire's. But see, we do take a little bit of damage running through.
I am Colossus.
So the synergy with Unbreakable and or Steel Scan, or Steel Scan, is not much fun, stacking, is definitely there. Oh, not be missing completely, absolute whiff. this is the boss arena here. I'm gonna go buy a foot stock of energy potions because I can. So yeah, this is something that we're gonna just have to do to like make this build work, especially as a solo. As a group, it's very easy to manage energy economy. You have either Bishop, Scarlet Witch, or Jean
Hi
in
again.
your
What
team,
can I get?
and you essentially have unlimited energy. Très fabuleux.
Did you need help with anything?
Yeah, see, now we can just kind of buy to our heart's content. But I think I did unlock something in the danger room. It's probably worth doing. That said, you know, we're right at the boss fight. We'll go do the boss fight and then poke around the danger room. The danger room. Like this boss fight is not going to be a problem. We just use up the bullets.
Where is my
And
next
just not having to
opponent?
like hate the enemies that are kiting you, just having this perfect ability to just go get them. Or just like miss and smash up half the room. That's fun too. I could leave this thing alone. But that feels like a retreat on like an emotion. And I've come too far for that. This has actually been a struggle. We've gone through like whole character arcs. You know, we've just failed. We've learned. We've grown as a
You
person.
fought well.
We've also been challenged by things that, you know, that's getting a little bit more like it. The 9 minimum damage is not that high value. It looks like it should be really strong because it's like, oh, add damage is so strong. That's right. I need to really stop spamming body so much. Like, it's good to have a buffer of hit points, but this guy's HP is going to stay relatively good now that we've done the kind of... Oh, that's a little bit tempting. We just don't need it anymore with Unbreakable getting up. So there's kind of nothing we need there. It just takes the stat points. I am, or you know, in the words of the great Vincent Price, I'm taking my balls and leaving. Bonk, bonk, bonk. No. Bro, why do you have to be like this? The only nuisance I have now is energy. Oh, my game just crashed again. Oh well. I did save at the end of the core. That's kind of annoying because I'd just gotten to like the most fun part. I can't minimize this game anymore since the most recent Windows update, and I'm used to being able to do it.